today we have the privilege of speaking with Dr. Kishore Kumar, the founder and correspondent of St. John's Public School. Dr. Kishore, I would like to pose you one particular question. Are today's parents too dependent on innovation and technology to be connected with their children that there's a lack of personal involvement?
No, how I take this question is, are the parents interested to have more technology supported education or just a straight education? That's what I think I understand from your question. Now, what you have to do is, we have to rethink on this. We can't totally rely on technology. We can't replace a teacher. There's a basic answer anybody can give you. But what I'm trying to tell you is, a child growth is a composition of so many things. It can't be just one point. Days have gone, decades have gone, that children have to memorize something. No, that is not the today's education. Now we have to empower the mind and we have to create a mind that is very alert. That requires some high profile education to the child, because today's children are not ordinary people. They're not ordinary. Maybe mommy may think it's he or she is. They are children, but they are having a greater mind, because they can handle your mobile, they can handle your TV, you can handle the devices so powerfully, and you should understand they have a very powerful mind in them. Now, how to catch that fire in that mind? We can give them a lot of technology support. Classes are today different. Even government schools are giving them all these facilities. Right. Now, is this innovation or is it a technology-driven classroom? To bring in science, technology, make children understand mathematics. No, we need technology, because these subjects have taken technology to a greater height. Now, but English doesn't need technology. Language doesn't need technology. Why I'm telling it, values are also important. Coming down to the child is also important. The child should be more interested to talk to a scientist, put a lot of questions. Same time, come home and cuddle the mother and the grandmother. The child has to have this type of edge, the wider range of getting into relationship. So this is what should not be missed in a classroom. We need to empower the child with a better communication skill. Now, more than that, the child should be taught how to think. If these tools are empowered to them, automatically the child is inquisitive to learn anything you give. If the school could take all this, now I want a value-based child. I want a very interesting child. I want a child who does not have depression. But at the same time, I should empower the child with a very creative mind, an inquisitive mind, a questioning mind. These are all important. So technology cannot be a replaced version, but it has to be plugged in into those areas where technology need to play a role. Okay, and softness of the child, the holding of the child by the teacher. And these are all very important. And parents know they cannot see, I have my parents. They are no more. But my father taught me something with a lot of affection. And it made me to be different. My mother guided me so strict. And as you use the word mentoring me, that is different. So these two edges are very different, need to be different. So this is what education makes it. So there are different proportions of education. Educator only knows. An academician knows. An educationist knows how to give these. It's like a meal. Yeah. Now, I can't give every day Tair Sadam, or I can't give every day chicken rice. Whereas I need to buy what my child needs. I need to give them greens, I need to give them vegetables, I need to give them pickles, I need to give them rice, I need to give them chapati. See, I have to vary my content of education to the child. That's where then the child takes it what the child wants more. Understood? And we cannot overdo something, we can't suppress something. We have to educate the child in such a way. That's where a good school have to sit together, make a policy decision, understand what need to be given. Oh, the child is poor in this area, I need to concentrate on that values or that nutrition part of it. This is what makes, to me, a good education that can be decided, crafted, drafted, and given to the child as a plate of good education.
So we were talking about evolving education in this modern society. So my question, from the parents' perspective, parents are more inclined to students getting a lot of degrees, whereas from a student's perspective, Today's education or today's society, their mindset is not on a degree or not being a degree holder, but gaining lot of practical knowledge. Being, for example, we have a lot of editors, lot of designers who have hands-on knowledge, but they do not, it's not required of, a higher cadre of degree. Today's society, do you think parents should be more concerned on a degree holder child or a practical knowledge person?
Today, the certification or qualification doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. You can be anybody. You can be just an ordinary child or a child with so much of great potential. That's what I think a child can be anything. But what is important today is, can a child converse? Can a child understand? And can a child become skilled? That's very important. Theoretical knowledge can be minimized. Practical knowledge have to be more. That's what today the school system has activity-oriented education. Activities are more important. See, we teach science even with the lab support right from fourth standard. See, I have libraries even in class 1. See, we can't take the children to a library. So we bring library into the classroom. Children have to read. Children have to develop a lot of skills. These skills are more important rather than telling, I finished 5 lessons, I finished my syllabi, I finished my curriculum. Skills are more important. There are a lot of hidden talents in each child. We have to bring out those talents also to the world. And each child will have a different. I remember a boy, when I was heading the residential school, came to me and started crying. My father says, don't play cricket. The child is so crazy, the child wants to play cricket. Allow the child to play cricket. So talents are more important and efficiency is more important. The child proficiency is more important. This is how we should identify the children need. Accordingly, the school is actually a buffet of services. I have to provide dance class, I have to provide a karate class, I have to give them a yoga class, I also have to put them into music class, I have to also take them into a STEM lab, I have to also give them a space lab. See, these are all that. See, I call my school library a reference library for my 11th and 12th standard school. Why do I do that? Which we never provided in 20, 30 years back. We need to provide because a father can give 10 books, a school can give them 1,000 books. The knowledge is wide open. This all that we have to understand and provide that quality education that matters to the parent. See, even a ordinary school can do this. Ordinary school. See, I go to the Marina Bay sometime. I see the balloon wala is having a mobile and he is watching all the TV channels. Now he's technologically sound. An ordinary teacher can do wonders. Depending on how the teacher's mind works, can be innovative to the child. All depends on the making of the school and how the school is very protective to the children, brings in required technology in an optimum manner to the child, which we cannot ignore values. We cannot ignore handwriting. We cannot ignore talent. We cannot ignore discipline. We have to see, this is what I call a personalized learning is very important for the child. Every child is unique.
Yes.
And every child need to be understood by the teachers. Accordingly, we have to provide them that support where we can use them differently. Provide them a lot of support. Co-scholastic activities are becoming important today in school. And leadership qualities are very important. Accordingly, we have to prepare a personalized learning for each child. Facilitate it. A teacher has to be a facilitator in today's school.
Dr. Kishore, in today's evolving society, we have a lot of parents who having their unfulfilled dreams and desires, insisting that or implicating that in their kids. Is this really healthy? How do you see this?
I call them an ambitious parent. They don't realize what they are. They should understand a father and mother are the contributors in the making of the child.
Yeah.
It's a genetical makeup.
Yes.
2 of the families have to bring forth 1 child or as many children. Now they have to understand it's a biological product. There's always a limitation for what it is. So as a parent, you can't compel what all you failed and to achieve it through your child. That is very dangerous. But at the same time, I understand each child is unique. Try to look at your child and find out what uniqueness are there in your child or what you want to sow to the child, how the seed of your children have to develop. If that could be, see, I always say no, even locality matters.
Yes.
You live in a local, crowded locality. You can close the door and you can shut the locality and stay inside where the love of the parents can matter to the child. Or let the child go into the books. provide books in such a way, what do you want to have in mind, try to provide it in terms of, or give them TV shows, or talk about something what makes the child interesting. Whatever you try to provide the child is an environment for the child. We have to produce a very conducive learning environment for each children. Learning environment does not only prevail in school. That's what many parents think. They do all blunders. The child cannot become a great star at school. They have to understand what they speak, what the language. You said sometime, no, behavior.
Yes.
No, it comes also from the parent. All types of filthy things a father can speak. Then how the child will be? You can't expect something so extraordinary from the child. All types of things you can discuss over a servant maid. How you expect? No, please understand, you are the first teacher.
Yes. Right.
And we are the first parent. Or it can be otherwise. This is how we should think in our society, and that will make the child a brilliant child. Appa, Amma can prayerfully attempt with a divine nature, look at the child and see that, they always have a very fixed mind about the children. That they have to eradicate and say, my child will become a positive vibes always have to go to the child. My father felt Kishore can do it. Never my father felt Kishore cannot do that. Now, there are many parents at home who think, oh, my son cannot do it. And they compare the child to another child in somewhere, in the neighborhood or in the family. That comparison should not happen because every child is unique.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Kishore. That was a thought-provoking talk from you. We learned and we explored how technology can be handled. At the same time, you can also have a personal connect with your child because you can't forego technology in this modern era. So that was a really wonderful talk. And in the upcoming episode, we will have a talk on how stress management, and handling kids. Recent days you have kids talking about stress. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you, Dr. Kishore.